we have a little strength in the cattle market here this morning. Of course, we have the cattle on feed numbers that came out after the close last Friday. Now, I do want to point out the Dow Jones Industrial Average. It has been firming up here in the last half hour of trade or so. March futures now on the Dow up 247 at 33,721. Well, can that be helpful to the meat complex here today? Well, let's take a look at live cattle. Right now, the April contract on live cattle, we're trading just 12 cents higher at 160.05. So we continue to kind of erode away from those early gains that we had. June live cattle, 20 cents higher at 156.77. So we're firmer on the day, but not by very much. Now, if you look at the feeder cattle market, for a while we were way over $2 higher. Now the March is up $1.90 at 182.87. And on the lean hog market today, you have everything a little lower across the board. April down 40 at 85.32. Let's go back to Oliver Sloup here and talk about this. So we started out very strong, led by the feeder cattle market on the opening bell here this morning. But after that, it's like it kind of ran out of gas very quickly. We're still higher, but it looks like the enthusiasm has kind of left this market here. How come?
Yeah, well, we were pretty deeply oversold in live cattle and feeder cattle. We got a nice little relief rally across the board on Friday in live cattle, feeder cattle, and lean hogs. I think a lot of that was technical in nature. Maybe some position squaring ahead of that cattle on feed report we got, and that cattle on feed report was pretty darn neutral. So we were thinking maybe the live cattle futures would open up relatively flat, but they came out of the gates pretty darn strong and then fizzled out, as you had mentioned, which I don't think is a great sign. We've talked about the commitment to traders and the managed money position being at multi-year highs going into last week, that being a risk of long liquidation, especially if the cash market stalls out, which we got. If we continue to see the cash market stall out and retreat, potentially that spurs some additional long liquidation. But I don't see this market falling out of bed. I think another $2 to $3 lower, and you'll find pretty darn good technical and fundamental support. Feeders obviously getting a nice little tailwind from the pressure that we're seeing in the corn market too. We retrace about 50% of the recent breakdown, getting that March contract up near 184. That's going to be a battleground area going forward.
All right, Oliver, thank you so much for the insight into the markets today. Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures with us here on a Monday morning. Tammy, back to you.